needs to sit down and mind his business. Sit. Well, you are sitting. Alright, well, that's better. My finger's taken off. So, and yes, it's cold in here, but it's a little extra cold here in Atlanta today. But there's a secondary reason why I'm wearing this cap. I am doing, excuse me for my sniffles, I am doing the British tag, and I was tagged by Hello Kitsies because she says I am an honorary Brit, and I am because I was telling her how I grew up and how I was raised. Even though I'm adopted and my adoptive parents are American, well, we're American because my family passed in 2007. My adoptive mother, she was American. Will you sit up, Spot? However, once she got off that hillbilly bumpkin mountain in West Virginia, she got herself a right good education, and you thought maybe that mommy spilled that and wet herself all over. That would not have been attractive. And it seemed like most of the friends she flocked to were European people and mostly a lot of British people. And so that's most of the people I grew up around. And so I grew up in a very heavily British cultured home, which is funny being that I'm mostly Native American heritage. But that's so confusing, you know. Talking about an identity crisis, you know. But so I'm really into, like, you know, everything British. So Hello Kitty tagged me to do the British tag, and this has been like at least over a month ago. With me having, you know, been sick and everything, I just haven't had time to do it, but we are doing it today! Hence, well, I was going to wear one of my Doctor Who shirts, but I'm not feeling well, and my arthritis is bothering me because it's really cold in Atlanta, finally. So I can't lift my arms too well to change shirts, but I am wearing, can you move so everyone can see? I put back on from yesterday my American Werewolf in London themed shirt from Horror Block, and see, there's Big Ben. So, I mean, I still got the British theme going on. Doctor Who caps, so, you know, I got the British theme going on. So, we are going to do these questions. So, here are the questions. How many cups of tea do you have a day, and how many sugars? I don't always have tea itself to drink every day. I do get up in the morning and have a cup of coffee. One, because I have asthma, and the hot drinks are good for asthma, whether it's tea or coffee. I just grab whatever's on hand. If I have coffee made, I'll do coffee. But I do love my teas as well. I like, and when it comes to tea, I like, you know, the afternoon tea, Earl Grey, English breakfast. There's some black rose English teas that are really, really good. But if I'm doing tea, you know, I'll do 1 or 2 a day. Maybe 3, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, and 1 before bed. Especially in the winter, in the fall and winter, I do tend to drink a whole lot more, especially before bed, so I can get really, really warm. As far as sugars, I don't use a lot of sugar unless it's in tea or coffee, because I like my tea and coffee very sweet. But I know in England they do, and over in Europe they do it a lot different. They have like the little sugar cubes. Here they don't really do that. They have, you know, loose sugar, sugar cane, the loose, so you do scoops. So I really don't know how to answer it. I just make it sweet to taste. So I don't know how to answer how many sugars. 1 lumps or 2. I don't know. 2. Your favorite part of your roast. I guess that means, your favorite part of your meal. I don't know, I like it all. I like, the meat part, the veggie part, because I like my sides, but definitely I like my meat part. I don't get to make these very often. I haven't made them in forever. But I like Yorkshire puddings. They're just kind of pain in the arse to make. Now I brought these out of the freezer because I got these at the British market the other day. I know you got to be nosy, but sit. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, tea, whenever. But Scottish bangers. I love bangers and mash. And I can make the hell out of some bangers and mash. They are freaking awesome. Ooh, spot on my coffee table. Got to put them on a coaster or something. Anyway, put them on some cardboard. But, the meat is an essential part. The proper essential part of any English meal. That's right. Favorite dunking biscuit. Now, I don't know if Jaffa cakes will constitute a dunking biscuit. I don't really dunk my biscuits. I'm saying the B word, and he hears that word as something totally different than what I'm talking about. But I don't know if Jaffa cakes would constitute a dunking biscuit, but I like those, or Jamie Dodgers. Those are really good too. And I meant to pick some up when I was in the British market the other day, and I totally forgot. No, sir. Mind your business. Favorite quintessential British pastime. Well, seeing as I don't live over there, I really don't know. Because I haven't really done anything, being that I don't live over there, so I really don't know. But just from the things I've done, being around other British people here, I guess I have to go with the lame answer and just say afternoon tea. I mean, who doesn't like afternoon tea? Favorite word? Well, usually the stuff I just throw out when I'm pissed off at something. And stuff like bollocks, bloody hell. Then you gotta throw some other stuff in there. I like the naughty words like bugger and snog, and then I say stuff like like the English equivalent to the words like here. People would say someone's sexy. Over there, they would say dishy. It's the same kind of word. Or dodgy, or wonky, if something's kind of weird. Those are words that I say a lot, and people really don't pick up on words like that, but it's just words that I grew up on hearing, so, and that's just a few of the words. I say more British slang than American, and it throws people off. I was like, what does that mean? And so, it's kind of hard to explain to people. Cockney rhyme slang. Oh my god, there's so many. But one I did pick out that just, it's kind of sexist, but it still makes me laugh, is trouble and strife, which is what a man says about his wife, meaning she's a pain in the arse. I know, it's bad, but it makes me laugh every time. Favorite sweets. Okay, like I said earlier about the biscuits, Jaffa cakes. Oh my god, I have a weakness for Jaffa cakes, and I intentionally avoided them the other day when I was at the British market, because I don't eat sweets a whole lot, but sometimes when I get the Jaffa cakes, I'll sit down and eat a whole package. And you don't realize, and because if you like Jaffa cakes and you sit down, you start eating them, you'll just eat them subconsciously without even noticing what you're doing, because you'll like space out. I'll be watching something and I'm just throwing them in my mouth. I don't pay any attention to them. But if you don't know what a Jaffa cake is, they're these little spongy cookies with an orange center, like an orange gel center, and then one side has a chocolate glaze on it. Oh my God, they're amazing. It's like a little chocolate orange filled cake. They're so yummy, yummy. Yummy, yummy, nom nom Jaffa cakes. Then I love to make scones. I like to make little, I call them drop scones. They're similar to American biscuits, country style biscuits, but they're a little bit more sweet, and they're smaller, and they're lighter and fluffier, and I like to put clotted cream and lemon curd on them. Oh my God, they're freaking amazing. And then I make another type of scone, which everyone freaking loves when I make these. And I'm so ready to make them now that it's autumn. It is my very, very famous butterscotch and toffee scones. Oh my God, they're just to die for. My ex used to love when I whip these up. Actually, you can't just whip them up. They're kind of time consuming. That's why I don't make them very often. And you got to get in there and knead that dough. And when you have arthritis and you're in a lot of pain, that's really hard to make them. But once I get them made, they're so worth it. I'll have to do a cooking vlog on those. They're freaking amazing. And then I do have, I was so good this weekend not to touch my sweets that I got the other day, so I could show you some of my favorites. Now these aren't sweets technically either, but I got a couple of these Walker's prawn cocktails, and I did show these in my vlog the other day, but since I'm doing a British tag, I got to show everything again. But Walker's is the British version of America's Lay's Crisp. But these are prawn cocktail. These are awesome. But I got 2 of these because they were buy one get one free. I did have to eat these over the weekend. But these are tumbles, and they are chocolate covered peanuts. They're kind of like the American version of Goobers, but they're like a tons better because UK chocolate hits American chocolate, but like a million times over. American chocolate is like waxy, greasy, low quality rubbish. UK's is like also creamy and lovely, just higher quality stuff. And then I also got uncoordination going on. I got 2 of these bar ones, and I thought that they were like Snickers, but they're not. They're actually, I'd say, more like Milky Ways. I had a couple of these, but I admit that I had one of these too over the weekend when I had a low blood sugar attack. But these are really good. I got 2 of these, and I gave one to my friend. They're Kinder Bueno Whites. These are amazing. Crunchy wafers with creamy nut filling in white chocolate, Scott hazelnut. These are amazing, and they're also the ones that make the, I have to sneeze so bad. They're the ones that make the little Kinder Egg surprises. I used to get those like 15, 20 years ago at toy shows, because they're illegal here. Stupid government. Then I got a Kit Kat Chunky Peanut Butter Bar. These are pretty good. And And then my favorite all-time sweet from the UK is the Honey Crunchy Bar. These are awesome. So these are my favorite sweets. And also technically not a sweet, my favorite drink that I always get when I go there is Tizer. And let's open it up since we're doing the British tag. And it says on there, the Great British Pop. And like I said in my previous video, where I did my haul for that day, it's kind of like a cross of like Sprite, Mountain Dew with a splash of ginger ale. Fab, totally fab. Whoop. What would your pub be called? So if I had a pub, now anyone who knows me knows one of my favorite actors in the world, a British actor, because I have a thing for old British actors, especially Malcolm McDowell, because I met him and he's been my favorite British actor since I was 6 years old. I've always been so in love with him, and because my mom was a huge Malcolm fan, and her and my dad loved A Clockwork Orange and Time After Time and a lot of his films. So he's just like one of my favorite actors, and Clockwork Orange is one of my favorite films. So naturally, if I had a pub, I'd call it a Clockwork Pub. Not very original, I know. Number one British person, of course, Malcolm McDowell. But I've got to give honorable mentions to some runners-up, which would be Tim Curry, Gary Oldman, and Alan Rickman. And there's some others, but I don't want to be here all day. Favorite shop or restaurant? Well, around here we have several UK-themed restaurants. We have La Madeleine, which is a little French cafe, which is over by their vets, which is really awesome. And then we have Winston's Pub, which is a little English pub in the other direction, which is awesome. Both are dog friendly, as is what is it? Bailey's Irish Pub up in Kennesaw, and Houlihan's, which is also which used to be by the French Cafe, which they're now closed, was also dog friendly. So there's a theme here. All the UK themed restaurants around here are all dog friendly. So we love places like that. And as far as my favorite UK themed shop, I don't live in the UK, so there haven't been to any of the UK shops. Sticky. But luckily, discovering that little British market a couple years ago has been my saving grace. It is called the Queen's Pantry. It's freaking awesome. The shop owner, her name is Sam. She's so sweet. She's so adorable. She makes me laugh. She's just so cute. I'll put a link to her shop's Facebook page on here in the description box. Actually, one of my subscribers let me know that she loves seeing all my goodies that I got that day from the Queen's Pantry, and she looked up the Queen's Pantry and ordered some stuff from Sam's shop. And hearing that, that somebody loved my video so much that that they were inspired by my video so much that they helped support one of my favorite local businesses. That was freaking amazing. So thank you. So if you do not have a British shop near you, check out the Queen's Pantry. Support her shop. And if you live in the Atlanta area, visit her shop. She even has an amazing Doctor Who section. So I got this cap. So definitely check out her shop online. She's absolutely amazing. Her store is awesome. I'll also put some pictures of like some of the stuff I've gotten over the last couple years at the end of the video, and I'll put some like pictures of the little shop outside, and I'm gonna go on her Facebook page and bill for some of her pictures to throw in the video as well. But the shop is great. That's my favorite place to go when I pop into the vet. Gotta pop into the Queen's Pantry. I gotta get my staples like my Tyza soda, my bangers, my sweets. Love it. What British song pops into your head? The two that whenever British songs pop in my head, the first two are always God Save the Queen and Anarchy by the Sex Pistols. I love the Sex Pistols, and those are like two of my favorite songs by them. The third favorite one is My Way, but those two songs, first two that always jump in my head. The last question, Marmite. Never had it. Don't know if I'm that brave. I really don't know how to explain it. So I recommend you Google it if you want to know what it is. It's but not that it has anything similarly to do with this, but it kind of reminds me of like the opposite end of treacle. And if you don't know what treacle is, look it up, and because I've had that too. I have had that, and it's like just equally as horrid sounding. But if you don't know what Marmite is, look it up. But I've never had it, and as brave and adventurous as I am with food, I don't think I ever want to try that. But I hear some people say it's good, some people say they don't like it, and that's coming from British people. So I don't know. It just depends on the person. Now those are all the questions for the British tag that I got from Hello Kitsies. However, when we were having a conversation on Facebook about it, when she first tagged me, she said I should throw in some of my favorite British comedies in there. Now we all know that because I love Malcolm McDowell, I love his film. My dog is named Padfoot and I, so we know I love Harry Potter. I love Doctor Who. So if you're not a fan of Brit comedy or you don't know anything about British comedy, some of my favorite British comedies are Keeping Up Appearances, Are You Being Served, My Hero, Coupling, The Young Ones, Bottom, League of Gentlemen, Psychoville. I'm drawing a blank. Oh God, I knew I should have wrote this down. The Peter Principle, which I think was renamed. God, it was renamed for American audiences, but I can't remember what it was. But I think but the original name was the Peter Principle. Mr. Bean, obviously, he's over there. But I did not care for the British version of The Office. I barely tolerated the American one. I just watched it to wait for The Big Bang Theory to come on. But yeah, those are just a few. Where's my tissue? Those were just a few of my favorite British comedies. There's and there's also the Monty Python franchise. But there's just like such a long line of British comedies that I'm into. But those are some of my favorites. If you've never seen those, check some of them out. They're absolutely hilarious. They're great. And I think most people think with British comedy, it's one of those things. I think even kind of like with Doctor Who, you either love it or you hate it. But if you love it, you're absolutely devoted to it. So, yeah, if you like you know, if you like British stuff, definitely check out some of those British comedies. But that is our British tag. And we are through. Oh, got my hip! I'll make you disappear with my sonic screwdriver, which needs new batteries. So, we are done with this British tag. So, thank you, Hello Kitsies, for tagging us for the British tag. That was awesome of you. I would tag somebody, but I really don't know anybody else to tag to this video that would do it. Because most everybody I know is American, and I think most people don't have an appreciation for British things, British culture, British themed stuff, outside of really Doctor Who, or Harry Potter, which is really, really sad. Get out of there, nosy! So, I don't know. So I'm just going to leave this an open tag for if anyone wants to do it. I tag you all. So if you want to do the tag, you can just say that I openly tagged you. Does that work? Want to say bye-bye? Because you're part British too, you know. With that name. Sit. So, yep, again, thanks for tagging us. I will also put a link to Hello Kitsies channel in the description box below, as well as a link to the Queen's Pantry, where I get my awesome British sweets and goodies. And that's it for us. Right? Alright then. Say bye. Say like, comment, and subscribe. Kiss right on.